Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to talk about holding residency, during the things I wasn't able to do during medical school. Let's just say, yung mga bagay na hindi ko nagawa because I was so busy. I'm sure there are a lot of you who can relate ganitong video because hindi naman talaga lahat tayo are very aggressive to apply for residency after passing the board exam because aminin natin, gusto natin magpahinga, haba-haba ng taon ng aral. You know, wala kang social life, so may as well enjoy mo na ang life. If you remember in my second to the last vlog, I had reflections after I did pre-residency training in internal medicine in a government institution. I still have the same perspective and feelings toward residency. You know, syempre work-life balance pa rin ang gusto ko, and I think most of us, yun naman talaga ang hinahanap. There are times na I'm still having thoughts na okay sana tong training na to, madami sana akong matututunan, dapat mas maging persegido ba ako to, you know, further my career. Kasi it's how we are wired to be. Na parang, oh, what's next for our career after this achievement? Next achievement to be unlocked. In our world, more achievements, mas okay, equating the number of trophies and certificates to success. I think it's a good thing na doon tayo nasanay kasi we are motivated to do well, to achieve more. At least there's a promise of a brighter future if we have that mindset. The difference now is that I still have those thoughts, but at the same time, I'm able to live the life I've always wanted to live without any guilt. It's true that I paused a part of my life, you know, in terms of career. I think I'm growing more in my relationship with my family, my friends, and I think most importantly, spiritually. Right now, I'm still working in a hospital. I'm not doing any form of residency training at the moment. I'm working as a general physician. I think one of the things that I really enjoy right now is attending church regularly. Every Sunday, I get to have enlightenment. I'm able to learn a lot of things you will not be able to find in textbooks. I was able to step back and really see life in a bigger picture. I would remember during medical school, gusto ko talaga mag-church, pero I didn't have that solid faith na gusto ko lang siyang gawin kasi I feel like this is something I would benefit from, pero hindi ko talaga siya naiintindihan at that time. Hindi ko na-absorb, parang it's just something that I would check off of my list, mga to-do list. Because I didn't understand the purpose. It's easier not to do it because I had to study. I realized that I was putting my faith in my own hands. Kung hindi ko ito gagawin, kung hindi ako magiging ganito, I'll fail. I was able to graduate, pass the board exams. However, my life back then was so toxic. Hindi ako kalmado in a sense na kapag may hindi ako natapos stand out, I felt anxious. In short, I wanted control over a lot of things, which is very impossible because the only thing that you can control is your attitude, your response to the situation around you. I created timelines na most of the time hindi naman natutupad. Aminin natin, oo naman, syempre mas parang nakikip track natin. However, we also have to learn to adjust in cases the events there or the things we planned didn't happen. I'm gonna share with you a testimony I heard during one of the worship services that we attended. It was from a doctor as well. It was a perfect timing kasi during that time, I was really having second thoughts whether I should pursue internal medicine, as you all know, or choose a career or a specialty which will allow me to have a more balanced life. Pinakatumatak sa akin na sinabi niya was, when making a decision, make sure that that decision will not push you away from God. You know you are in the right path when you put Him in the center of your life as the basis of your decision. I know it's easy to say those things and it's cliche. However, I've proved it a lot of times. Talagang when you learn to let go of a certain thing, una, there is peace. Yun nga yung sabi sa Bible, diba? There is peace that transcends all understanding or parang surpasses. Okay, dictionary po tayo. Transcends, meaning go beyond the range or limits. There's peace that transcends all understanding. Na-feel ko yun. Ano bang benefit ng peace na yun? You'll able to focus more, move forward in the remaining challenges. There are times na we have to check our plate and see if there are things that we can let go, focus our energy more on things that truly matter so that we will be able to give our best, optimum performances. God really has this promise na everything works out for the good of those who love God. Not to be religious, pero if titingnan mo, His commands and His promises across all generations is really the same. And He really fulfills His promises. Totoo lang, wala ka namang talo. It's not easy to follow His commands. However, there are just times that you have to choose your heart. Working out 3 to 4 times a week is hard. But obesity is hard as well. You choose your heart. Choosing to love a difficult person is hard. It can be frustrating. But I think it's harder if you keep the grudge in your heart. But of course, you also have to have self-evaluation. Hindi naman pwedeng, magiging okay ako kasi alam ko, God is good. Pero syempre, titingnan mo din if there's obedience on your part. Na if you've done your part, I think you can rest and it's safe to say na everything will really work out. Even if it's not the way how you want the situation to pan out, eventually, things will work out naman for you. Kasi syempre, hindi naman, bakit wala ka namang ginawang effort, pero ina-expect mo na mag-succeed ka in life, yun naman joke na lang tayo doon, no? One of the things that I really like to do, attend worship services. Why am I doing it? Kasi I noticed na attending worship services keeps me sane. It's not being holy, banal ako, ganyan. I'm being reminded, relax ka lang. I'm a warrior. I like to plan things, have my own timelines. Pero yun nga, sabi ka, diba? Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, and give you a bright future. It's so easy for me to be pulled away from my priorities. I was so set to, okay, sige, ito na, this specialty. Lang may hila ko kasi parang may na-enjoy ako sa certain specialty na to. Mariremind ako after a worship service na ma-realign yung priorities ko, yung focus ko. The world has a way of really tempting you on things that glitter, luxurious things, especially prestige. It's not a bad thing, but if it pulls you away from the things that truly matter, takes away your time, I think that's when you have to really reevaluate your priorities, your time allocation, in order to live a more fulfilled life. Kunyari, during a worship service, parang sabihin ni Lord, anak, masyado ka na-focus sa work, or masyado ka nag-worry sa income, ganyan na. Hindi naman talaga dapat ako nag-worry kasi God is our provider. If you worry that it will not be enough, it will be enough. I just have to be contented. So, totoo lang, pag hoarder ka, di ba, ang dami mong mga stuff lying around, hindi mo naman talaga ginagamit. That's why we need constant reassurance from His Word that He fulfills His promises. Another thing that I really love to do is morning devotion or quiet time. Hindi to pagiging banal, no? Ang maganda lang kasi doon, bago ka mayamot sa buong araw mo, it helps set the mood for the entire day. That if something goes wrong, you will not be affected that much. Also, commercial break, coffee to go cup. Sakto lang yung size niya. Ang kagandahan kasi dito I like it because pag nagde-devotion ako, gusto ko mainit na drink. Pag nasa ordinary baso, mabilis na siyang lumamig. Hindi pa ako tapos mag-devotion. Minsan, gusto mo siyang ibakon yung remaining kape kaso. Pag sasalin ka pa, yun nga, malamig na siya. This one, sakto lang yung laki niya na feeling mo nasa ano ka. Psychological effect of having yung take-out coffee, it gives you the feeling of productivity. Tapos, hindi pa ganun kabilis lumamig kahit ang tagal kong magbasa. Order yours now! I'll put the link down below. Back to what we were talking about. How does morning devotion or quiet time help me? If something goes wrong, most of the time, makakaalala ko ng Bible verse. It serves as a weapon, tool, to help me overcome certain challenge. Siyempre, in order for that to be effective, you have to have this belief na bakit ba maniniwala sa Bible verse na to, diba? To do your own research, oo nga, na this is reliable. Sometimes our worst enemies are ourselves. We're creating ghosts that don't even exist in the first place. You know, even if it's just through video calls, I'm able to schedule more of those chika minutes during my off days. You don't wait for free time to happen. You create that free time. Reassess how you're spending your time. Kasi kung papansinin mo, a lot of things can sprout from those idle times. Diba nasa Bible din yan eh. Idle hands are the evil's workshop. Ibig sabihin nun, diba pag wala kang masyadong ginagawa, gossiping, this is where arguments stem up. A lot of negative thoughts can sprout from your mind. Yan, ganun lumalabas yung mga marites. I was also guilty of that. Especially when you become a part of a group, you feel you belong kasi meron kayong common interest. It's better if that common interest benefits both of you in a good way. All of you in a good way. It can be sports, it can be sharing wisdom. I've seen a lot of residents na talagang umiikot yung buhay nila sa ospital. As I've said, it's normal. If they're able to maintain a balanced life, it'd be good for them. If it's okay for them not to have a balanced life at the moment or in those years, okay lang din yun. It really depends on how you want to spend your life. But if you are the type of person who wants a career but at the same time have a social life, you really have to reevaluate yourself. And sometimes, in denial lang din kasi talaga tayo na parang alam kasi natin na, ay, kailangan hustle, hustle, hustle. Sometimes, we don't have the courage to admit it to ourselves that this is the life that we want. As I've always said, a balanced life is not a lesser life. If there's one thing that really helped me be in this mindset is I really did a lot of reflections. Take the time to understand what are the things that will sustain me. It's not really a question of what will make me happy. Kasi kahit naman anong piliin mo, kahit naman balanced life yung piliin mo, there will always be sad times. It will not always be happy times. There will always be feelings of loneliness and doubt. I think what is important is you choose a more sustainable path. Meaning you don't have to compromise a lot of things that you'll end up regretting your decision. Make sure that you don't sacrifice what you truly value at the expense of chasing empty success. I really hope you were enlightened by this video. I know there are some of you who commented you want more videos like this. There's still a lot of people na confused which career path to take after passing the board exam. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button, subscribe. See you in my next vlog. Bye!